Hey everyone, this is MIJAN here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up MetaPixel. So before we start, let's quickly understand why we actually need the MetaPixel. MetaPixel actually help you to track what people are doing on your website, then viewing products, adding to carts, or making a purchase. This is a super important because it allows you to optimize your ads for better results, measure the real impact of your campaigns, and retarget the visitors who didn't read for the first time. So the main thing is with the help of pixel tracking, we can convert a visitors into customer. So by setting up MetaPixel, you are basically making your ads smarter and more profitable. So let's see how we can set up MetaPixel. To set up MetaPixel, first we need to create a MetaPixel. I already created this pixel. If you don't know how to create MetaPixel, then you can visit my YouTube channel. Anyway, this pixel I have created, and now I need to connect this pixel with my website. To do this, first I need to go to settings. You can see here, and from here just click here and it will be copied, and I will set up everything through the Google Tag Manager, and this Google Tag Manager is also connected with my website. If you also don't know how to connect Google Tag Manager, then you can visit my YouTube channel and you will see here how to connect Google Tag Manager. So this is my Google Tag Manager. From Google Tag Manager I need to go to variable sections, and from here you have to find a user defined variable and then click new. And then you have to find your constant and paste it over here and write your name and then save. Okay, fine. And now I need to create couple of variables. I mentioned in the document what kind of variables I need actually. First I need to create this variable, so I just copy this and go to again variable, new data layer variable, and paste it here and write a name and save. Again new, then data layer variable, the name will be, and save. And then I need to go to template, the new variable template, import, and then save. With the help of this template, I will create the variables. Okay, so again go to the variables, the new. Now select this variable, this custom template, and from here I have to select this items array, and with some like quantity, we need quantity. If I, for Facebook it's num items, okay, it's num items, fine. Then product ID, what will be the product ID? Content ID, it will be item ID, the name, then category, then quantity, and price. Okay, fine. The variable name will be quantity, and save. I can just copy this, just click on three dot button, then copy. And from here what we need, now we need product value, okay, then value, save. And then we need contents, again copy this, and from here select the contents and then save. Now we need content category, again copy this and select the content category. Now we need contents name, content name, save. Then content ID, just copy, then this is the content ID. Now I have to create another variable which is currency, just copy, click on new data layer variable, then it will be currency. Okay, save. Our variable is created run. Now I need to go to trigger, and the trigger will be view item add to cart, checkout, and purchase. It's following giver schema. Okay, view item, add to cart, checkout, purchase. Okay, our trigger is created, done. Now I need to set up the pixel events. To do this, first I need to go to Google Tag Manager and Tag section and click on New. And from here, I have to click on Template Gallery. Need to search here Facebook pixel. So it's loading, just a second. Okay, I need to write here Facebook pixel. You will see Facebook pixel, this one. Okay, just click here and add workspace, then add. Okay, I need to call here the pixel ID. This is our pixel ID. First event will be page view. Don't need to send any parameters with this event. The trigger will be all pages, and the event name will be, then save. Again, you can copy this. The name will be, okay. Now I need to change the event. This is our event name, and under the object properties, I need to send the event parameters. Okay, so you can see here we can send all these things, no problem. Content ID, name, category, contents, currency, value, content type. Okay, fine. Then it will be product. Okay, then need to change the trigger, view item. Okay, fine, then save. For add to cart, I'm just going to copy this, change the name, change the event name, object properties, just add here the num items. Okay, the num items, and it will be quantity. Fine, change the trigger will be all pages, then save. Now it's begin checkout. Copy, change the name, change the event name. It will be initiate checkout, sorry. Object properties, okay, just change the value. Okay, and trigger will be checkout, save. Okay, for purchase, copy, change the trigger, event name, the parameters are same, and purchase. Fine, then save. Okay, so before testing these events, I would like to, you can see this is our data layer. Like when I add a product to cart, this is my data layer. So why I didn't use this kind of things as like e-commerce for items name or content IDs, e-commerce dot item ID, for name e-commerce dot item name, something like that. But we need to add something, don't worry. But why I didn't use like that, there are some issues. If I show you the document, you can see this kind of object properties we should send. Okay, but if I show you why I didn't send these variables or these object properties like content IDs, content name, content category, by following this data layer. Okay, like here you can see item name, item ID, everything is here. But why I didn't use, if I show, then the reason is, you can see for content IDs, that means the item ID, the Facebook recommends to send array of integers or strings. In this way, there is an example, in this way Facebook recommend, but in our data layer here is only string. Okay, this is the first thing. And if I show you one thing, the contents area of object, we don't have the contents parameter here. Okay, so the value is integer, so that's why by following the Facebook documentation, I just create all these parameters so that Facebook receive all the data properly. And when you will send all this data by following Facebook documentation, then you will get a good number of event mesh quality, as well as your ad will perform better. Okay, so now we need to check. First I need to click on preview, and from the event manager I can go to test event and just copy your landing page URL and paste it over here, then test. it's coming, no problem. I can delete it. The Google Tag Manager is connected. And if I go to the preview, view item and view content event is fired. If I show you through the MetaPixel helper, this is the view content. You can see all these parameters are receiving by following meta documentation. If I show you for content ID, this is the content ID. Okay, you can see this is the content ID. Okay, and if I show you the contents, this is the contents. If I click on add to cart and show the event manager, the add to cart event is fired. All the parameters are going properly, the value, the content name, everything. If I click on checkout, you'll see here the initial checkout event is fired. It's sending all the data. There is two product, you can see, and there is two different ID and two different name, and the value is 95, and here the value is 95. If I show you on GTM preview, the checkout event is fired and event manager is also fired. Now we are going to process. So guys, if you need any help with tracking like conversion tracking, pixel tracking, conversion API, server side tracking, Google Ads, Microsoft, anything, just feel free to let me know and I'll help you, no problem. Okay, our purchase event is done. You can see through the MetaPixel. If I go to the Tag Manager preview, you will see here. If I show you all these variables, you can see, yeah, that's it. So I hope you could understand all these things and process how I set up the variables, trigger, tags. I hope you could understand all this process. If you have any questions, confusion, or need help, feel free to let me know. So this is all for today. See you again. Till then, bye bye.